understand.
I was able to sneak one over on Spirit. He didn't know.
What is flashing in front of you? What is that?
Don't know.
What has broken into our home?
What is this? Alerts. It looks like it's an alert of some kind.
Oh, sound alerts. They sent a message just as we went live that said there's a new update coming to sound alerts, but we need some permissions. Please log in. It could be sound alerts.
Okay, it's not an alert.
No, what is it?
I don't know.
It's Lyra hacking again.
Lyra, stop it! Kitty Wolf, leave me be!
What is this thing?
Camera. Is it...
It
was Sun.
It's Sun. Sun! Can't believe you tried to... You showed up, you put some strange object in our house, and then you tried to blame Lyra.
Son, why would you do this? Why would you blame Lyra?
Oops.
Anyway.
You wanted to show the world your orange boba slush, that's fair.
Well, that didn't look like an orange boba slush.
It was confusing. And scary. And it terrified me just a little bit.
Why? Because it's orange and orange is poison?
No.
No.
I'm so sad that I can't have it because it's got orange. It devastates me.
Were you shown what it looks like at least?
No.
So you're just thirsting over something that you've barely heard about?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's fair.
Orange boba float Sonic. Oh.
It's at Sonic?
Yeah.
Which means I could hypothetically, not that I would, but like I could hypothetically get one.
An orange cloudsicle slush.
Oh, I just saw it. Oh my god.
Frozen
oh my
slush
god.
mix, soft serve,
Oh my
orange
god.
cloudsicle syrup, and orange vanilla boba. Oh.
I would kill for that. I would kill 50 men for that.
I'm upset. I have seen what it looks like and I am even more annoyed.
I'm sorry. It's not even like you can get it because the boba's orange, so it's not like you could just substitute the orange fucking syrup.
No.
You just can't have
I
it.
just can't have it.
This is like their fucking charcoal eclipse drink all over again that we couldn't have because the activated charcoal fucks with psychiatric meds.
And I need my antipsychotics.
Yeah.
Or I get a bit silly.
He need. They import.
They import.
Anyway.
What? Yes, it was activated charcoal.
It looked so yummy.
No wonder you hated it. Fair enough.
It looked so yummy though.
It did look yummy. Activated charcoal is one of those things where you either love it or you hate it.
Yeah. I used to have to brush my teeth with activated charcoal because apparently I had whore teeth, according to Claire.
Whore teeth.
I don't know what whore teeth means, but I had whore teeth and I had to use activated charcoal instead of toothpaste for like a year.
I see.
I don't know what whore teeth means.
No.
I'm very confused by it. I asked and never got an answer.
I see.
But apparently I have whore teeth.
Whore.
Boo, whore. Alright, would you like to read the thingy thingy? Dibba dibba.
Lyra's trying to get you to spend money on Steam games.
Oh?
Yeah, that's what I was like, what fucking... What's happening? Who wants my attention now? Because I was locking in here and I saw the little notification thing above Discord. And she's like, there's another Steam sale. It's like, no!
Don't tell me that!
Don't encourage him!
I am being good. I haven't bought a game in... Well, aside from the games that I bought, like, in advance, I've not bought a game in... It's been a while.
Sounds like something Steve would have. Oh, whore teeth. Yeah. Steve would have whore teeth.
See, I've heard people call people with really gappy teeth. Like, I've heard people say those are whore teeth, but my teeth are not gappy in the least. Like, if anything, there's not enough space between my teeth because I'm constantly getting fucking everything stuck in there because there's no fucking room. So, my only assumption is that had something to do with the fact that my teeth are kind of yellow, but I don't understand how having yellow teeth would make them whore teeth.
No.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Because I've only, like I said, I've heard the expression used one other time to one other person.
Mm-hmm.
And it was to a teacher I had back in the 6th grade. And she had a gap the size of an entire tooth between her 2 front teeth.
Uh-huh.
And she was told she had whore teeth. And it's like, that, I can understand where they're coming from. Because it's like, there's a gap and they're joking that the gap is big enough she could stick a dick or something in there.
Yeah.
But I don't understand how it's supposed to, what it's supposed to mean for me.
No.
Because like my teeth are, for lack of a better way of putting it, they're very normal. They're just slightly yellow. They're very average.
Average.
I've got a slight overbite. But, I mean... fuck knows. Activated charcoal for me. Activated charcoal for me.
For you.
I had to stop using the activated charcoal though because I went on antipsychotics and started having problems with it.
I see.
I would brush my teeth and then I would go absolutely manic for a while. And it took us like a month to figure out what the fuck was happening.
Yeah.
You know, the whole family's like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, I don't know. And then I read somewhere about activated charcoal interacting with mood stabilization and antipsychotic medications and causing people to go absolutely apeshit. And I was like, So I switched back to fucking Crest and started using the fucking kids' toothpaste again, and no more problem.
No more problem.
No more problem. Which sucks because I really liked the activated charcoal toothpaste.
Mm.
It was expensive and I was made to pay for it myself, which kind of sucked. But like, I really liked it. It was nice.
Yeah.
It was fancy. It made me feel fresh.
Fresh.
Fresh. Fresh.
Fresh.
Fresh. Anyway, it's time for you to do the thing.
Yes, we are playing The House in Fata Morgana tonight.
Don't
which
breathe.
means there is a massive... Don't breathe.
Yeah, you have the don't breathe challenge.
Okay. Which means there is a hon French. Yes. There is the massive fucking content warning. Are you ready? Are we ready?
Maybe.
Maybe. This game includes graphic depictions of violence and several troubling themes centered around abuse. Door 7 includes misogyny, homophobia, transphobia, abuse of an intersex person, an intersex transgender person, familial abuse, unwanted sexual advances, murder of an intersex transgender person, crucifixion, corpse burning, psychological manipulation, imprisonment, exile, mistreatment of an intersex person, and fratricide. I did it.
You did it, but like you messed up so many of the words, and it was so funny.
I know, I was trying so hard to remember not to breathe that I was just not reading. You get the gist of what I was saying. Bad shit happens.
Bad shit. Bad shit.
Bad shit.
Don't mind me, I'm just Bobby Hilling more of my stuff.
Bobby Hilling more of your stuff.
Yeah, wait. Before I switch over to the screen, I should actually make sure it shows the right Wednesday one.
Yes, don't breathe equals don't read.
Don't you know, you have to breathe to read.
Oops.
You have the controller.
Yoink.
Yoink. And spec.
Maybe we'll actually come across this choice that we were so looking forward to last time.
Maybe not. Who knows?
Who knows? But you seem to me like a rather handsome man. I think I get what you're trying to say, but my mental image of a witch is definitely more a woman. So you're not a witch. To tell you the truth, I didn't know who might be here, which had me rather scared. But I think I can make this work. It's a pleasure to meet you, Master. Bobby.
After taking care of Giselle, I returned to my room and crinkled a little bit of the wrapping around my stickers because, you know, this is the year, 1099, but I have stickers for some reason.
Stickers.
To be quite honest, I was dumbfounded. And it was, naturally, the witch who struck the fire of my apprehension.
Why would you let that woman stay here? She came from the Bollinger estate and we both know how you feel about your family. Chase her out. Give her a little scare and she'll be gone within a day. If you'd rather not, I could always frighten her in your place. A rattling window here, a couple broken glasses there. Small things like that to accentuate the eerie atmosphere. Are you going to say anything?
No. Why do you care about her at all?
Oh, now don't be like that. I live here too, so why shouldn't I care? And I am not fond of noisy people. Or sprightly women like that one. That's something we can both agree on, isn't it? You don't like that woman, do you? The more a person smiles, the less you can trust them. Though I hardly have to tell you that, do I?
Stop talking. Oh,
No,
we
no.
should have like the Byakuya fucking voice line and just shove it in there. Stop talking.
No, that's not very polite.
This is a family matter. It is none of your concern.
I was merely offering to help you rid of a pest.
I don't need your help. I will get rid of that woman when I'm ready. But first, I will find out what secret she's keeping. Then, I will go back into living in peace.
Very well then. That pest has no place in your sweet solitude. The world before you now is so much kinder, so much warmer than the one you used to know. Well, good luck then. And if you need a helping hand, don't hesitate to ask. Oh, and by the way,
What now?
you've changed, my dear. And I like you so much better like this. I always hated how much you reeked of human. You were blessed with a body like unto God. You were personally created by His hands. I could only dream of having what you have, but you only wanted to deny it. Now though, you act the part much better. A saint resurrected by the closest living thing to God. Perhaps this too could be considered a miracle.
Morgana,
Yes.
you are a deranged, delusional woman.
Why, thank you.
I'm trying to find a place to put a cow sticker and I don't have enough room.
Oh no.
I'm upset. I want to have room for a cow sticker, but fucking Larry's feet are in the way.
Fuck's sake, Larry.
Giselle was a woman who not suffered a great deal. Not yet. She did not yet. Smiled a great deal. Her jade eyes seemed to glimmer every time she made a new face. And the more she smiled, the more vibrantly she spoke, the more suspicious I became. I couldn't trust someone who smiled that much. Especially not a woman. And the way she kept trying to get friendly with me didn't help that impression at all. I had a hard time believing she honestly wanted to get to know me. I couldn't help but think she was trying to fish for information. Anyone who tried to get close to me had to have some ulterior motive, like Amy, who had only done so to satisfy Mother. Perhaps my mistrust could have been considered paranoia. But even 10 years later, flashes of that nightmare would still come back to me from time to time. It would take more than a few attempts at being nice for me to trust this stranger. Oh, that's...
You found where it fits?
No,
Oh.
I thought I did. Larry, why is your leg in the way? This is not fair.
Fuck's sake, Larry.
Eventually, I came to the realization that she was hiding something, and I convinced myself it was out of guilt. So I wrote Mother in search of something I could use to tear her down, to get her out of here. I should have listened to Giselle rather than Mother or the witch. But I had conflated her with Amy in my mind, so I was unable to see the truth and where it really lay. I was only able to perceive her as malicious. So instead of her, I put my faith in Mother's words, despite Mother never once doing the same for me. I found a spot.
Found a spot.
Found a spot. I must get scissors.
He must get scissors. He must.
I have to cut the white off of the sticker so that it blends in better with the background.
You see, Nagito looks fucking horrified.
Yeah, I terrified him getting up.
He's like, what the fuck? My beloved daughter Michelle.
Gee, I wonder who wrote this.
I deeply regret having to put you in this situation. I never wanted to let that woman get anywhere near you. She is a witch. A terrible, sinful witch. A dreadful, tainted woman. She lay with my husband, with your father. She's a lowly merchant girl who wormed her way into our family so she could exploit your father for money. She committed a grievous sin, the sin of adultery. I tried to have her executed, but your father wouldn't allow it. So instead he had her banished to atone for her sins, unaware that you already lived there. And I could not tell him either, for that is mine and your brother's secret. I pray you could find it in your heart to forgive your mother for her failings. Forgive me for delivering a witch to you. I would not be surprised if she tried snooping around. She is a ruthless fiend who will do anything for money. Should word of your curse happen to spread, it would surely draw unwanted attention from the church. We have no allies except each other. Michelle, with this letter I have included a knife. The blade has been blessed with holy water, which should allow it to eradicate the corrupt evil soul of the witch. I ask of you, with all my heart, to send that awful creature back to hell.
Well, that's not very nice, lady.
Oh, you want to redecorate your laptop and your Switch? You can't do it, why not?
Are you out of stickers?
Are you out of stickers, son? We have many sticker. You can come out of the wall and get from us. You can take from me.
I could spare a few, but I like a lot of my stickers.
Oh, you have plenty?
I got them from Temu and they are special.
Special. Oh, you have a book and a half of stickers, I see.
Jesus, I don't have that many. I've got like a Ziploc bag, like a sandwich baggie, and it's full of stickers. Well, it's full of tinier bags that are full of stickers.
Yes.
It was
Sticker fiend.
Sticker fiend. Me too. Me too. It was storming that night. Erratic claps of thunder ripping through the sky. Giselle let out a panicked scream, shoving me back, and the look in her eyes kicked into motion emotions I thought I had lost. I knew that face. I knew that scream. Because that face had once been mine. I had screamed with that same utter despair at the world.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hello, Anne. Welcome in.
Aww.
Despair.
Despair.
I always said despair and you didn't immediately do a Junko impression.
Who's Junko? Never heard of her.
Who's Junko?
Who's Junko? Never heard of her. Back to the way things were.
Yes, it's finally quiet again. I'm honestly surprised she stayed as long as she did. In a way, her tenacity is rather impressive. Not many would persist for so long in the face of such obvious disinterest. But you know no one would try to get friendly with you without good reason. Information about you carries considerable weight outside these walls.
But the look on her face then. Was that really just her putting on an act because I revealed her scheming?
If you think she was afraid of you, you're mistaken. That's how people behave when their sins are brought to light.
She was screaming though. And she looked genuinely terrified when she knocked my hand away.
You're not going to let a woman scream cloud your judgment, are you? A woman can make a weapon out of anything. Tears, a smile, fear. The day she arrived, he recognized her smile as fake. So surely you aren't going to fall for this.
I'm not falling for anything. I feel like I know that frenzied panic. Something doesn't add up.
Just nothing, my dear. In fact, what perplexes me is why you didn't simply kill her when you had the chance. Are you afraid of the sight of blood? The blood of your tormentors is no more worth than that of a wild boar. You should have sliced her throat without a second thought. Although, I suppose that would have made quite the mess. Now that makes more sense. You were not afraid of hurting her. You merely didn't want the burden of having to clean up afterward. How very like you.
Be quiet.
Oh, come now. That woman's finally gone and it's back to just the two of us. And you don't want to talk.
Silence, please.
As you wish. I will celebrate your accomplishment in silence, my dearest friend. I imagine she's out there, half buried in the cold earth by now.
I get chills every time I consider where I would be if I had done as Mother said. If I had killed you. Or if out there in the forest, you had succumbed to the unforgiving weather. Life had never given me much in the way of good fortune. But you coming back, you being alive, was absolutely a blessing.
I'm done. I can't take it. I'm through with this whole world. You don't have any idea what I went through there. How hard it was just to keep myself together.
Giselle, I do understand. I know very well how difficult and how painful it can be. For no one to believe you. For no one to accept you. I know far too well what it's like to want to scream that you're done with this whole damn world. I truly do. That day, for the first time, we saw past the surface. We got to know each other as people. It was nothing more than a single small step, but for us it was like we had moved a mountain. I still remember how the light felt as it shone through the windows that we opened together. It didn't burn. And while this might sound melodramatic, I felt safe in saying that it was probably the gentlest light that I had ever felt in my life. Following my reconciliation with Giselle, I started turning back into my own self. Well, I suppose that's not quite correct. I felt a comfort and peace within myself that I'd never felt before. That may have been the first time that I was really human. Having someone else around began to feel normal. It was something I was certain I would never have, and it was incredible. Though to someone else, our time together may have seemed frivolous and empty, our conversations, meaningless chatter, I never thought the day would come when someone would laugh at something I said. When someone would smile at the sight of me. However trivial, seeing Giselle smile made me happy.
Oh, damn it, where'd you get off to? Are you here? Are you in the vase?
What's all the racket? Is something the matter?
Oh, master. Yes, a cat.
A cat?
A naughty little cat's been sneaking into the cellar the past few days, so I'm trying to catch him. If you happen to come across him, don't let him get away.
Right. And what will you do once you've caught him?
Well, I don't want to punish him, that would be mean. If he insists on coming back, I think I'll take him in and teach him how to be a house cat.
You mean to keep him?
Are you not fond of cats, master?
I don't mind them, no.
Then there you have it. I hope he doesn't take too long to warm up to us.
Maybe it'll help if you give him a name.
Ooh, a name? That's a great idea. What should we call him then? You decide, master.
You want me to pick a name?
This is your house after all. So it's only right you would be the one to choose.
I'm not sure I follow that reasoning. What does the cat look like?
Well, he's wild, so he's dirty, I guess. And he's kind of got some spots here and there.
Is he ugly?
I'd say so, yeah.
Alright then. Ugly Speckles, Mark II.
That's a name? Why on earth would you want to call something that? And what does Mark II even mean?
Be quiet!
It's on you if he runs away, Master.
I saw that coming. I knew it was coming.
Yep. My time with Giselle made a normal person out of me. I don't think so, because I don't think a normal person would call their cat Ugly Speckles Mark II.
No.
No. Made me able to tell stupid jokes. To get frustrated or surprised or exasperated. I started showing actual emotion.
Oh, you're gonna use different stickers? Oh.
You'll have to show us what it looks like when you're done, son.
Yeah.
Our silly, meaningless banter became something precious. My heart of stone began to soften. The world she created for me. It was what I'd yearned for my whole life. Having lost half of it in prison and spent the other half playing an identity that conflicted with how I felt in my heart, it was the first time I genuinely felt like I was allowed to be myself.
Yeesh, you're not a kid, so don't be picky. It's not good for you. You make a mockery of the culinary arts. I've heard quite enough, Master. It sounds like I'm going to need to put your taste buds through some intense rehabilitation. How about this, Master? Play a game against me. And of course, if you're open to it, it doesn't have to end there. We can continue getting to know each other for years to come.
Giselle. Though I did my best not to show it, I think that I treasured our time together, even more than you did. I'd latched onto it, desperately refusing to let go. I needed it, and I needed you. That's exactly how I feel about our time together.
Aww.
Like, as much as you're enjoying yourself, as much as you appreciate our time together, you can't hold a candle to me. Are you listening, Morgana?
I can hear you just fine, my dear. Now what brings you all the way up here? You know you can call me from anywhere in the house. My bonds to this tower have been broken.
Sorry, I'm giggling at the Bobby sticker I've picked.
Oh.
I'll show people the Bobby sticker specifically. I can't show the entire thing that I've stickered up because it's got a name of a local business on it. But I can show you the Bobby sticker after the stream if somebody reminds me.
Okay.
Because it's fucking great.
Amazing.
This is a conversation we can only have here. The place where we first met. It's time for us to part ways. My desires haven't changed since our first encounter. I wish to be a person.
To be a man.
Exactly. When I'm with Giselle, I am that. She makes me into the person I always wanted to be.
And now you wish to be rid of me so you can complete your descent into the realm of the unclean.
I do.
You came all the way up here just to tell me that. A needless formality. I'm sorry, Michael, but we are kindred spirits. As much as you may want to deny it. You could be second only to God, yet you spurn his gift.
Bless you.
Bless me.
Bless you.
I am nothing like you. I am a human and nothing more.
I shall not condemn you for your unyielding resolve, but rather pity you for being so utterly blind. Oh, I'm glad. Woo! That's amazing.
Look at it go! You did it! I can't even believe you did it.
You did it. Allow me to make a prediction before I depart, Michael. Cursed namesake of an archangel. You may think that you're making some sort of progress, but the fact of the matter is you've gone nowhere. Will that smile of Giselle's be able to withstand your secret? You know better than anyone that no one can accept what you are, not even her. You will never be with anyone.
I understand that.
No, Michael, you don't understand. But you will soon enough. What you have now is not true happiness. It's empty, not but a masquerade. And when the night is over, the masks will come off.
So what if it isn't permanent? If it isn't real? Does being ephemeral make it worthless? Why can I not want something that doesn't last forever?
I'm glad you can keep the eye on me sticker, son. I am so happy for you.
Yee boy!
Yes, boy!
Did you read this line here?
Yep. This is the first time I have ever found joy in life.
Those moments of happiness only serve to worsen the loss. The sweeter the honey, the more you despair when the pot runs dry. Sooner or later you will return to me, begging for my help, and I have every intention of giving it to you. I will not hold this over you either, for when you come to me, it will be in the time of your utmost despair.
Despair!
I was wondering when you were going to do that.
Woo! Imposter Syndrome sticker and Spite sticker survived.
They survive!
They survive. And when your little paradise finally comes crumbling down, you will become what I am. So I will take my leave from your side in anticipation of that day. Until we meet again, my dear. Oh, hello, Master. I was just looking for you. I heated up some wine and thought you might. Is something the matter?
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
No, it's nothing. All I did was warm it over the fire. Are you sure nothing's the matter?
I shouldn't be hearing the witch's voice anymore. So yes, I'm fine.
Oh wow. That's wonderful news, Master.
It is. Giselle seemed quite relieved when I informed her that... You what?
I was giving Gizmo because he went,
Oh, okay. I almost said Gizmo.
Gizmo.
Giselle seemed quite relieved when I informed her the witch would no longer be bothering me. I knew she didn't believe in the witch, but that wasn't what mattered. What did matter was that despite likely questioning my sanity when I'd first told her about it, she hadn't tried to pull away. She treated me the same as before. She never stopped smiling. That meant so much more than whether or not she believed about the witch. When Morgana's voice no longer was constantly in my ears, my life started to feel like some approximation of normal. In fact, I would say it was probably happier than most. Nevertheless, I intend to keep a certain degree of distance between us. For what the witch had said rang truer than I wanted to admit.
oh, you want me to read that? Okay.
You will never be with anyone.
Having been born into this body, that was my reality, and there was nothing I could do to change it. I had to come to accept that. Or so I thought. I wasn't going to covet what I couldn't have. But I'd gotten a taste of that sweet happiness. I'd started to develop a great affection for that smile. And as much as I tried to tell myself that I was just getting caught up in the moment, that the feelings would pass in time, I found myself unable to restrain the swelling of emotions within me. That day by the fireplace, I thought that all I wanted from you was friendship. To have you in my life always nearby. I thought that if we were simply friends, I would be able to see that smile even if you were to learn what I was. Even if we were merely friends, you'd be able to accept that. So I would keep these things that I felt inside at all costs. However, with each passing day, each gentle smile. My affection for you swelled. I'd reached the point where it was hard to keep it contained. All it would take was the slightest nudge for it to come spilling out. And it made me desire what was out of reach. I was convinced that I had changed, because this happiness had become my everyday. I had no right to any such thing, but I came to wish that I could be the center of your life. I yearned for you. Yes.
He yearns for the mines.
He yearns for the mines. And I wanted you to yearn for me. And like the fool that I am, I thought that with you, it might even be possible.
Yearn for the mines.
Poor Michael.
Poor Michael.
It ain't easy being a trans man in the 11th century.
No. Honestly, it's no trouble. I mean it. You just took me by surprise, that's all. I am pleased. It doesn't matter how it turns out. You drew it for me, Master. Whether it's good or bad is irrelevant. I would be happy with anything drawn for me by the man I love.
That one word that set me into motion. For I had long since fallen deeply, utterly in love with you. And there was no escaping you.
Listen very carefully. I love you. I love you so much. I feel like my heart is going to explode.
So, I have to ask, you know the first time we were playing through this and you thought he was cruel for not saying that he loved her when she said she loved him? Do you still think he was cruel? Do you understand
I understand.
why I disagreed with you?
Yeah.
Because he's got so much at stake. You know, falling in love with her, and if they were eventually to lay together, she'd obviously find out about him.
Yeah.
And it could literally cost him his life.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, there was also no escaping my past. What I was. Knowing I could never truly be with you. That I could do nothing about this body. I pushed you away.
Are you struggling?
Stickers!
Stickers.
But seeing all the color drain from your face, I knew I had to take that step.
You.
I thought that maybe you could change my world. If you really did love me as much as you said. Together, we could change everything. We could walk a new path side by side. And so, I decided to trust my heart. You like the big D?
Yes.
Big
D. I'm in heaven. Oh, I'm so happy I could cry.
I too was elated.
Oh, please.
Hey, look, it's a plump rat.
This is an obese rat.
It's an obese rat. Look at it. 2 obese rats.
2 of them smushed together.
Can you believe it that there are 2 obese rats in this one room? Giselle. I'm sure you thought I was a kind-hearted man. That my love for you was pure and chaste.
You are looking respectfully.
I will admit that I'm not.
You're looking disrespectfully.
I'm looking with a lot of admiration. I'll put it that way. It's not necessarily disrespectful. It's just not respectful. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
What do you mean, kind of?
It kind of makes sense.
Why does it only kind of make sense?
I don't know, it just kind of makes sense. A secret thing.
secret love thing. I see. Mm-hmm. Here, you know what? I have rubbish for you. Take it.
Oh, thanks.
And my love for you was pure and chaste. And I wanted to be that for you. But beneath the surface, I lurked indecent desires. Despite saying I didn't want to hurt you, that just having you by my side was enough. My desire bubbled up with the warmth of your skin. I wanted to let that heat take over. To let my hands run free. I could feel it burning inside me. I longed for intimacy. Not just emotionally, but physically. I wish I could lay you down on my bed and satisfy those desires. I wanted to make love to you. Unfortunately, that was not possible. I didn't have the ability. No matter how hard I try, my body lacks the capacity to be one with you. Nah, man, you got a tongue. Come on. Come on.
You have a tongue, you have fingers, you can do it.
You can do it. Come on. You can fill a gourd with bees. Come on.
Fill a gourd with bees.
Cleopatra supposedly did it. He can do it. He can fill a parsnip with bees.
Parsnip.
It's fine. It's fine. Parsnip full of bees.
And thus the first strap-on was made. Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Could figure it out. They had lots of time on their own. They can be creative.
Is the strap-on gonna be the parsnip full of bees?
The parsnip for bees.
The fact that people actually used fucking gourds with bees at one point terrifies me. Like, the balls you'd have to shove something full of bees up your snatch.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking scary. That's the kind of shit that would happen in a horror movie.
Yeah.
Yeesh. I can pray.
Where's he going?
He wants away from this conversation.
He's like, I want away from the gourd full of bees.
He wants away from the parsnips too. He's not gonna be, you know, judgy like that. He just wants away from all of it. And I can long. And I can wish all I want. My body will never be a gourd full of bees.
My body will never be a gourd full of bees.
Will never be.
He's lost it.
I'm stumbling over the word bee. Will never be what I wanted to be. I got through the line. I did it.
He did it.
I am great. I have tears in my eyes, and it looked like I am gay, and I'm like, the only reason I know it's not I am gay is because one, he's thirsting over this woman, and two, I've played this before, and I know it says I am gray.
And also thought it said I am gay.
Oh my god. Oh,
You're not alone.
Oh. Oh.
He is struggling.
Parsnip full of bees. Though I have always known my true color, I have no way of becoming it. My heart has always known who I am.
Same bro. Yeah. The realization sets in.
But the world refuses to accept it.
I was interacting with the chat. Why are you rushing me? So I'm supposed to just sit here and wait while you talk to people, but I do it. God forbid I do it, because then it's hurry up, skip through the fucking game. I see.
I'm just trying to remain composed, because if I don't focus on the game right now, it's just
You're
gonna
gonna
be
focus on gold full of bees.
oh, parsnip full of bees, obviously.
Honestly.
The first strap on was just a parsnip full of bees. Oh,
Honestly.
I love you.
I love you too.
Oh my god, I'm making myself tired.
Oh, don't exhaust yourself.
Sock has been messing everywhere lately, and I had to shampoo the fucking mattress, and ever since, I've just been fucking wiped today.
Yeah. There's also a chance the bed won't be dry by the time it's bedtime, so we'll probably have to sleep on the couch, and I'm not looking forward to that because my body aches at the best of times.
A chance. It definitely won't be.
Uh-oh.
It definitely won't be.
Fuck.
It's fucking drenched in there.
Drenched in not even the fun way.
It's so drenched that you'd think you squirted everywhere, but no, it was fucking the shampooer.
The shampoo.
But the stains are gone.
The stains have been dealt with.
Every time I claim I'm normal. 5 say I'm an abomination. Sorry, I was struggling over the word 5. I was like, what the fuck is that? Would it really have been so, too much to ask for me to have been born normal?
See, this is karma for you mocking me struggling to get through the content warning. You now can't get through the lines.
No, because every time I see the word bee, I'm like, oh my god, it's a parsnip full of bees!
5 isn't even close to bees.
The word 5 just looks like a bee.
It looks like a bee, I see. Smooth brain moment, yeah.
All my moments are smooth brain moments. I have nary a wrinkle.
Nary a wrinkle.
Nary a wrinkle.
When he has the brain cell, it just kind of ice skates around his head.
It just goes wee, 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 wee. That's what it does. To let me be who I truly am. Is that really?
What's the lucky?
Fuck you! So much to ask. Full of bees. He's a parsnip full of bees.
He's a parsnip full of bees.
I should go down on you with the parsnip full of bees.
Please don't. That is scary.
It's what I'm calling the vibrator from now on.
The parsnip full of bees.
Things began to change when I learned my father Antonin passed away. George's would, I assumed, be busy preparing to take his place. And if what he'd said was true, then I would be welcomed back to the estate. I would no longer be a demon child, but a member of the Bollinger family once more. Oh my god, actually, I ran into somebody whose name... I ran into somebody today, and her name was Michelle Bollinger, and I about lost it. I was sitting there having to message this person, and I was just like...
Yeah, it was... He told me that he came across someone with that name, and I'm like, oh... Oof.
I was just like, it makes me sad. Why?
Like, let's hope that this Michelle is having a better life.
Yeah, like, honestly. Though, you know, considering she's working, like, a mid-range job, probably not.
It's just weird coming across people with names that you find in games.
It really is. Also, my earring has come out, so I have to replace it later.
Okay.
Deep down, though, I knew it couldn't. Deep down, though, I couldn't completely believe it would actually happen. Sorry, I got hung up on believe. Because I was like, bee.
Parsnip full of bees.
Parsnip full of bees. After 11 years in exile, I had no idea how they felt about me anymore. Would they even remember a promise they'd made so long ago? Fear that they wouldn't threaten to consume me. But Giselle, as she often seemed to do, put my mind at ease.
No matter where you go, you'll be there with me, Michael. It's true, I'm nervous about not knowing what the future holds. But not in a scared something bad might happen kind of way. It's more of a jittery, excited anxiousness. I'm confident the two of us can overcome anything, no matter what obstacles may come our way.
Yes, my father, Antonym.
Antonym. Together we can create an even more wonderful future.
Maybe Antonym needs a parsnip full of bees.
Antonym does need a parsnip full of bees.
Shoved it straight up his ass. You leave it there long enough, the bees are gonna escape.
Yeah.
One day.
One day.
I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? What are you talking about? Why would you defile my ears in such a manner?
It's okay, Gizmo. Antonym deserves it.
Could I believe her? Could I have faith in her wonderful future? Oh my god, this feels exactly like the conversation we were having earlier today about moving.
Yeah.
Like, the parallels. That she would always be there with me. That we would return to the estate and finally move on with our lives. That together we could create a future. No, that wasn't a question. I wanted to have faith. I wanted to believe as much as she did. I wanted to believe that even if I was gray, I could have a normal life together with her. That she had rescued me from the depths of hell, and now I wanted to make her happy. After taking that step in our relationship, I made numerous attempts to reveal the truth about what I was. But every time I tried, a sharp pain gripped my chest and my words faded into nothing before they could reach my lips. I knew that if our relationship were to continue, I would have to tell her eventually, but merely imagining her face twisted in disgust nearly crushed me. She was everything to me. And so, as we prepared for our departure, I decided it was time to make some changes. It was time for me to break out of my rut. And what happened next depended largely on whether Mother and my brothers were able to accept me as a man. The course my future took was in their hands, in their hearts. If they couldn't accept me, then I couldn't return home. I prayed from the bottom of my heart that things would turn out for the best, that my family would accept me for who I was, and that they would accept what I had with Giselle. I decided I would tell Giselle everything after I received their responses, and I hoped dearly that she would join me wherever I ended up. I couldn't provide Giselle the same kind of happiness that a normal man could, but if she and my family accepted me, I would do anything I could to build a happy family with her in our own way. So, I sat down to write. Dear Mother, there is something I wish to tell you, something that means a great deal to me. So I ask of you, please hear me out. Also, I think that only the parsnip full of bees up the ass of Antonin would fix him if he was severely allergic to bees. Otherwise, I don't think it would. He would have to have a severe bee allergy.
Yeah. Sorry, baby.
You should go into shock and just die. I ask of you, please accept it. Mother, I no longer bear any resentment for my present lot in life. Nevertheless, I would ask of you to concede one thing, that I was never cursed, that I was always your son, that I am Michael, not Michelle. I have found someone for whom I care deeply, a woman, and I love her with all of my heart. I would like to spend the rest of my life with her. I do not wish for much, simply to have a quiet life with her, to go through our days together as man and woman. That is the one thing I want. It's not an hour late. We just started.
Fine. We
We just started like 5 minutes ago.
It's fine, Bucket.
You didn't miss much. They were just rehashing from the first time that we heard this part of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Mother, I know you're aware that my body is no longer female. I am a man. My heart is male. And I ask of you to please accept that. I have no grudge with you. In fact, I am incredibly grateful to you for bringing me into this world. With love, your dearest son. But rather than a reply, I received a visit from knights ordered to kill me. I was about to say, that letter can only go about as well as me telling fucking Claire and Lawrence that I'm a man went. Which did not go well. I was shouted at and then demanded to show people my genitals. It was not great.
No.
It was not a great experience.
No. Michael, tell me, how do you think this is your fault? What is your curse? Your curse. It isn't just the colour of your hair and eyes, is it? There's more to it, isn't there? There's something else, isn't there?
Can you hear me, Morgana? Morgana! Please say something! Morgana! Your predictions, they were right. I was a fool and you can laugh at me all you want. So please say something. Death. Death to the unholy one. Death to the heretic. Death to the witch.
Burn the witch.
Shut up, kid. This doesn't involve you. Why won't you answer me, Morgana? Why can I not feel you there beside me? You said you would help when I came for it. Well, here I am begging for your help. Please, come back to me. Just this once. I know you're there somewhere. Please, before they break down the door.
Michael? I'm alright. It's okay, Michael. I'm not scared. You're here with me after all. I'm fine. It's all fine. So please, hold me until it's all over. Please stay with me. Michael, my dear, why would you ever believe that fairy tale nonsense? Why would you ever think a wonderful future awaited you?
Morgana.
Here you are now, wretched, pitiful. For that you have my sympathy. I will help you in your time of need.
Finally, you speak.
Michael, I can feel the despair emanating from you. You hate it. It kills you. This is how you're rewarded for fighting to be yourself. You know exactly who sent those knights, don't you?
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Are you already in tears?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
No, I've actually been quietly crying for like 5 minutes now.
Oh.
I'm fine.
You're fine.
No, I'm
Everything's
not.
fine.
No, I'm not. Nothing is fine.
Nothing is fine.
Everything has gone to shite. Everything's shite. Everything's shite.
They rejected you. Rejected what you are. Hey, Michael, are you alright? Your family, unable to accept your body and heart, branded you a heretic and turned you over to the church.
Yes, they did.
And did you hear what the knights were saying? They've even accused you of being a witch, taken my sins and placed them on you. Come back to me, Michael. You hate them, don't you? You want to curse them, don't you? Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, this is a really sad bit. Like, the rest of this chapter, fucking sad. Fucking devastating.
I think I'm only okay because of the parsnip full of bees.
Parsnip full of bees.
You
No,
want
it's
to
fine.
kill
You're
them,
okay now,
don't
but you won't be.
What?
You won't be.
I won't be.
No, you won't be fine.
No, I won't be.
No.
I shall grant you that wish. Out of your hatred and despair, you shall make your own wish. And that wish shall become a curse upon your family's wicked souls.
I know, damn it, ads.
Add jail.
Not ad jail.
Not add jail. Did Bucket show up only to get thrown immediately into ad jail?
Yeah. I bet the ad showed up just because Bucket did.
Mm-hmm. Burn the witch!
You'll grant me my wish then, Morgana?
Yes, absolutely. Tell me what it is you want, my poor little darling. Michael! Let your contempt flow free. Give me the names of those you want cursed.
OMG, I love that song. I want you to protect her.
Excuse me?
If they find her, she could be accused of abetting a witch and executed as well. So please, use your powers to keep her safe. You said you would grant my wish, did you not?
That was not the wish I was hoping for.
I know, but it's the wish I want you to grant. Morgana!
Then offer me something in return. Such a disappointing wish will require a sacrifice. Step beyond that door, my dear, and witness ultimate despair.
Despair.
Jeez, Morgana is Junko.
Yeah, a little bit right here. Just a little bit.
Just the tiniest.
Also,
bit.
Junko, who is she?
Who is she?
Who is she? I thought she died. Who is she? That was my plan anyway.
You have returned from mad jail. Welcome back.
So long as I am considered a heretic and marked for death, my being alive puts Giselle in danger.
Indeed it does. Yet here you are, shaking like a scared little child.
Of course I'm scared. There isn't a single person who doesn't fear death. Please, keep her safe. You're the only one who can help me, Morgana.
You have my word. From this moment, I vow to protect her life.
Thank you. Giselle, please hear me out, Giselle. I never thought anything good would become of my life. I never thought that I would find anyone who truly understood me. Anyone who'd be happy to have my love. And for that I hated this world. I was in constant torment, living in the shadows. But then, a single ray of light shone down upon me.
Michael.
You, Giselle. You delivered me from darkness. I'm scared, Giselle. I'm terrified. I used to think my life was meaningless. That it didn't matter if I lived or died. But now, I can't stop shaking.
It's perfectly normal. I'm scared to death too, but...
What scares me the most is losing you.
Michael.
So please allow me to repay you. I said I would do anything for you, so let me do this. I haven't given you anything. I haven't done anything for you. So give me one final chance.
Michael! What are you doing? Get back in here, Michael. Why? The door. I can't open it. Michael? Michael, what did you do to the door? Come on, get back in here.
I think she really can perform miracles, Morgana.
The laptop is gone. Woo!
Woo!
I don't want to lose you either.
I know that by doing this, I will bring you great pain, Giselle. But I can't make you happy no matter how hard I try. And I realize that now.
Say something, Michael. You're out there, aren't you? Please. Please don't do anything rash. They're going to kill you if you're out there.
Giselle, the witch told me
What?
that she would ensure your safety.
Michael, she isn't real. There's no witch talking to you. It's all in your head. A figment of your imagination created to alleviate your loneliness.
Rest assured, she does not lie.
Michael!
I pray that someday she will be able to get past this, to move on with her life. She needs to know that that's what I want. I have to find the right words. I'm pathetic. My voice is so shaky. Please, listen. You are a wonderful woman, Giselle. Spirited, true to yourself, deeply sympathetic. You are not to blame for how difficult your life has been. Most of the fault lies with me and a bit of bad fortune. But that's all behind you now. Once this is over, you can start anew.
What are you talking about?
So survive, live a good, fulfilling life. Move past this, live your life, and always love your family. I know you can do it. That is my wish for you.
No, I don't want that. I want to be with you. No one else but you.
I don't want to let you die. There it is. Death to the heretic. Death to the heretic. Death to the heretic.
Get back in here, Michael. Open the door. If my choice is to live without you, I'd rather.
Your scars, they'll heal. You'll find a nice man and have a wonderful family.
Why?
Because you have a good family. You have a mother and a sister who love you. If you were to be executed here with me, you would be marked as a heretic as well. And your family would be condemned. I don't want anyone else to suffer that kind of disgrace. But I can't tell you any of that, because I don't want you looking into why I'm a heretic. So this is where we part ways, Giselle. Thank you, Giselle, for bringing light into my world.
Don't say that.
The year we shared together, and the months since our relationship blossomed. been the brightest days of my entire life. But if there's a next life, I hope you don't mind if I pray that we're able to meet again. And this time, that we can find each other once more, in another world, in a body that better suits me.
Michael!
Michael. I had thought I was prepared. That I was doing something good. Something I could be proud of. That I would give my life to her with a head held high. But it wasn't long before I realized what the witch had meant. What she had warned me about. When she had said ultimate despair waited beyond this door. It is our holy duty as knights of the church to deliver punishment unto the heathen who made a pact with the devil. You are sentenced to death, your body to be hanged upon a cross for 3 days and 3 nights, wherein your unholy flesh shall be purified by the fires of heaven. Why? What are you doing here? I stared up at the night, eyes wide, for the voice from within the helm. Didier belonged to my elder brother. You shall now be executed. Do you have any final words? I knew well enough that Mother was not in her right mind, and while her refusal to accept me had hurt, at the same time I had somewhat expected it. It made sense to me. In her madness, Mother had declared me a heretic and reported me to the church. But this... But Didier... Men wield swords and fight against dangerous enemies, and they do so to protect the weak, women and children. I'm here to protect you and your mother. What are you doing here? Why are you pointing your sword at me? Are you smiling behind that cold steel helm? Frowning? Or staring expressionlessly? Though your transformation was too much for Mother and Father to accept, with enough time everything will go back to the way it was before, just like it did for myself and George's. None of this is your fault. It was all unfortunate timing. You said that it would all go back to normal eventually. Can I trust that even if the whole world says I'm cursed, that you'll always be on my side? That you'll always be my brothers? Can I put my trust in you once more, Didier, Georges? You absolutely can. I swear to God on high. Did your vow have any meaning at all? I spent years in this dark house, waiting, believing you would come through for me. Why are you standing there a half dozen nights at your back, saying I'm to be executed? Why? Cry. Don't you dare cry, Michael. You're standing here in front of this door as a man protecting the woman he loves. So you mustn't cry. Who is it you're sentencing to death? Michael Bollinger or a demon child, naturally. Or a witch, perhaps. But why? If I'm not an angel sent from heaven or a demon child, then what am I? What on earth am I?
What are you? You're
a Bollinger. You're our family. And that's all there is to it. I thought we were brothers. Our familial bonds have long since been severed, cursed witch. Now I see, Giselle. This world never place for me. I was never welcome here. Kill him! So many blades pierced my flesh. Didier's sword in my chest, lances in my arms and shoulders, arrows in both of my legs. I could hardly even tell what hurt me more. But the pain from within was much clearer. My heart cracked audibly before shattering completely. Don't cry. Do not cry. Tears will only make me more pitiful. So don't you dare cry, Michael. Don't cry. I believed in you. Didier, when I was younger, I idolized you. Those broad shoulders, muscular arms, and gentle eyes. Everything you said. Your simple but pure desire to become a knight. I thought if I could be like you, then I could be proud of who I was. Though that may have faded somewhat after being locked away for so long, my adoration for you never went away. I thought of you, of everyone, would accept me for who I am. And I thought that you would celebrate my relationship with Giselle. That you would put those big hands on my shoulders, with a smile on your face, and say, I'm happy for you. That you would welcome her to the family. That we could go on outings together on cloudy days. And maybe she could make something for us. She's a pretty good cook after all. Georges would rifle through the basket before lunch, and Didier would scold him. I would be there watching, a proud smile on my face. As unlikely, as out of reach as I knew it was. I still dreamed of a life like that. I had the faintest hope that when we saw each other again, that dream might come true. Didier, I put my faith in you. And so my life came to an end. But that wasn't the end of the story. I don't know if what comes next could be called my story, but memories of these events still linger in my soul. After being pierced by Didier's blade, I found myself looking down upon my own corpse. I think this is a good place to stop for a quick break. I need to blow my nose and sob a little bit. I am okay, I promise. This part of the story just really gets to me because I relate to it like a fuck ton.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're gonna put Gizmo back in the tank and you can enjoy Gizmo.
Gizmo Time.
Tell me when you're ready.
I am ready.
There wasn't much kale, so you guys saw him get the last pickle bit there was.
No brains, just kale.
Most of it was too dry to be any good.
Yeah.
Anyway, I am fine. Everything is good. I cried myself out a little bit. I'm good now.
He's good.
Yeah, you know, the first time I played this through on a stream, I didn't take any breaks. I just sat there and sobbed ugly for like 20 minutes with everyone watching because I didn't realize you could take breaks.
Aww. It's fine, we can take breaks now.
Yeah, exactly. I know I can take breaks. I'm good.
You're good.
The game is selected, so you should be good.
Okay. Oh, the controller's off.
How could I have ever imagined? That I would be made to witness my own misery, even in death. I watched as my eldest brother dragged me to the place of my crucifixion. And my soul, evidently still bound to my flesh, was dragged along with it, against my will, down to the nearby village. They don't get graphic in showing anything as far as I remember, but they do really graphically illustrate it in the text. How he's crucified and burned, the way that he described earlier. So just a heads up if that's going to bother anybody. The knights! The knights have returned from their holy quest. Oh, how we've awaited your arrival. How glorious it is to see you. Waiting for us there was a cluster of villagers. A large cross lay on the ground in the center of the square. Holding torches, they formed a crowd around the knights, several of them familiar faces. The men who'd come to ransack the mansion were standing there, staring at my body in awe. Fuck, what kind of voice did I give this guy? Ah, the Lord's judgment has been delivered into the witch of the cursed mansion by his holy servants. No longer shall we live in fear of the curse befalling us. Eternal peace is assured. We have now assembled the tools that you need to execute your divine mission. A cross befitting of such a heinous sinner. The witch that threatened to curse us, sullying our pure ears with its blasphemy. I had done no such thing. I hadn't cursed anyone. I had merely been defending myself. They had been armed and outnumbered me, so I had said what was necessary to chase them off. Our poor harvest and our suffering at the hands of a greedy lord were all the work of the witch. Why then were they acting like I was at fault? Why was I the sinner, and why did I need to be judged? My soul trembled with the overwhelming fervor consuming the crowd, their zealous desire to see judgment cast. So I prayed. I asked God to grant me the smallest of miracles, to let my voice reach my brother who carried my body. Please don't do this to the air. Please hear my voice. You know me better than that. You know I've done nothing wrong. Those men smirking at the sight of my body, they're the ones putting the blame for their sins on me. Please tell me you at least don't think I did those things. Don't put me on that cross. If it was Mother who sold me out to the church, then surely you can give me a respectable burial. The nails and the rope for the crucifixion are here. We would have you, O knight, deliver the Lord's punishment unto this vile witch. Nidier, why do you say nothing? Why do you accept the tools this man presents to you? Tools meant to punish me. Tell me, Didier.
Crucifixion! Crucify it! Crucify the witch!
My brother lowered my corpse to the ground and began removing my clothing. I think it's funny we've both given the villagers children voices, and there's just like a crowd of fucking kids.
It's funny that way.
Yeah. In that very moment, I realized the purpose of hanging someone from a cross. Overwhelmed by hopelessness, tears streamed down my face. Please, anything but that. I'm begging you. Don't expose me to these people. Don't expose my body, Didier. I'm begging you. Don't do it! But of course, my voice had no way of reaching him, and he proceeded to remove my clothing piece by piece, until I was left fully nude. For a brief moment, an unpleasant silence spread through the crowd. An erratic cackling of their torches was the only sound that could be heard in the square. And then with a mocking laugh, one man spoke. Ah, so there it is, the devilish creature. Don't look at me, please look away. Or get it over with and burn me now. Burn my body, please. One simple thing was all I was missing. I had a frame like a man. I lacked the breasts of a woman. My heart was male's. I was in love with a woman. You sold your soul to the devil, and this is what you've become. This frightful, reprehensible creature. To dare defile the sacred body God blessed you with. Is that what people really thought of me? Was there no way to make them understand? Could they not possibly imagine how miserable it was to live in a body that didn't fit the shape of your soul? Was there no way to get through to them even the slightest bit? That all I wanted was to be what I felt I was? Was that really so heinous a crime? Please, Didier, stop this. Don't humiliate me any further. Please, just let me depart this world in peace. Carry my body away from this place. That's all I ask. And if you can't do that, then at least burn me instead.
Your power is flickered. Oh no.
Oh no.
Hopefully that's all it does and it doesn't completely go out.
I would unplug anything important though, just to be safe. Didier. Didier. He then placed my body upon the cross and bound my arms together at the wrists with rope, and then drove a nail through my palms. I couldn't look away. I tried to close my eyes, but I couldn't. My vision remained perfectly clear despite the constant stream of tears. When he was finished attaching my body to the cross, he and several other knights lifted it off the ground, planting it in the center of the village square. The villagers showered the knights with their praise and gratitude. Not for lack of trying, I was unable to get away from the cross. My soul was trapped there along with my body. Didier didn't say a word the entire time. After a full day of hanging there, the grotesque blackish splotches began appearing on my lower body. Everyone who saw it grimaced in disgust. The knights, Didier included, had long since taken their leave, leaving my soul behind, curled up at the base of that cross. A constant stream of tears ran down my face. Despite all my prayers, I remained bound to that place, left to rot at the cross with my body. Passerbys threw rocks or spat on me. Children laughed. A mother warned her daughter to always obey God's teachings. By 48 hours, a black feathered bird and maggots had started to appear to devour my flesh. I couldn't imagine any less pleasant a sight than my own body decaying in the sunlight, exposed for all to see. A group of children assembled at the square not far from the cross, and soon after, a competition began to see who could take down the evil witch. They gathered all the rocks they could find and started throwing them at my corpse as hard as they could. The stones ripped through my decomposing flesh, exposing bits of bone. Eventually, they settled on a winner, the one who'd torn off the most flesh, and went off on their way. And when they were gone, the birds flocked in to take their place. The third day and night came and went, and at sunrise on the fourth day I received a visitor. Watch your step now. The crucifix is this way. After everything I'd been through, I thought nothing more could possibly affect me. I sunk as far into the abyss as I could go. However, Mother. I knew it was her instantly. She was older and bonier than I remembered. She had bags under her eyes so dark they looked like bruises. Her once lustrous blonde hair had faded to almost white. But I would recognize my own mother. What are you doing here, Mother?
Father.
In the 13 years since I had last heard Mother's voice, it had grown raspy and weak, but there were still distinct traces in it of the woman who had raised me, and who'd stayed by my bedside when I was sick. Though I lacked a physical body, I still felt a deep, piercing chill at the sound of her voice.
Father, this is not my daughter. I did not birth this accursed thing. No. No. I am her victim. For years I suffered at the hands of this witch. She stole my daughter away from me, tormenting me, endlessly tormenting me, trying to ruin me. A demon. You're a demon.
Mother.
I despise you, you foul, hellish monster.
I loved you.
You took everything from me.
I could never bring myself to hate my birth mother.
I feel nothing but revulsion for you.
I loved you.
An eternity in the fires of hell would be too good for you.
I often disagreed with the things you said and did, but I still remember the feeling of your hand in mine as I lay sick in bed.
I have absolutely no relation to this demon.
I kept writing you letters, kept pretending to be a girl for you, because I didn't want to hurt you.
This is not my daughter.
I couldn't stand doing it. Whenever I sat down to write one, I came out a horrible wreck, even worse off than before. But even so,
Send this monster straight to hell.
I didn't want to break you, Mother. I didn't want to push you any further off the edge.
Quickly, set me free of this accursed thing.
But I suppose I still did end up breaking you. Please, be at ease now. The Lord has heard your prayers. He wants you to cast the demon into the cleansing fires. He wants you to show him, as you say, that you have no relation to this unholy thrall.
Gladly. Gladly. I'll gladly send this vile creature to the deepest pits of hell with my own 2 hands.
Her eyes swirled with every hateful emotion imaginable. Mother took the torch from the priest and tossed it into the pile of straw spread around the base of the cross. The flame crackled as it spread upward, consuming my body and filling the square with a putrid stench of burning flesh. Through the cloud of smoke, I could see a faint smile on Mother's lips. Mother, I'm so sorry that you had to give birth to me. When the inferno had devoured everything, and the cross itself came crumbling down, my soul was finally released from that place. Or rather, I suppose it more shattered. The things I saw, the things I was made to watch were harrowing. Morgana had been right. The anguish that came after knowing happiness was so much greater than anything I had ever felt before. It eroded my spirit. Oh no, spirit, you're eroding!
Eroding!
Drained me of the willpower to bear the sight of the world after death. But rather than give in to hatred like Morgana had, I despaired myself. I didn't curse or bear a grudge against anyone. I prayed for my own extinguishment. My soul began to crumble, neither ascending to heaven nor falling to hell, but fading into darkness everlasting. My fingers were the first to go, then my eyes, then my mouth. All sound vanished into nothingness. My beating heart and all the emotions that had once taken root within it scattered like leaves upon the wind. My soul completely and wholly decomposed. I couldn't stand to allow my soul to return to the living world, no matter what it might take residence in. Some length of time later, I began to hear sound, muffled and indistinct. No longer human in form, I had no ears to speak of, but the sound gradually increased in volume. It was a voice.
Where are you, Michael? What are you doing? I'm still praying. I'm still wishing for you to appear before me. Forever and ever and ever. And ever and ever and ever. I've been praying for so long. I don't even know how long it's been. Before you left, you said you were going to pray too. You said you hoped we could meet again in another life. I'm not misremembering, am I? Michael, come back to me soon.
As if drawn in by the sound of that voice, bit by bit, I began regaining somewhat of what I had lost. But it took an incredibly long time. My body and soul had been ground into dust. I had rejected myself, scattered it into the void. It would take several lifetimes to find and reassemble all the pieces.
Michael, all I can remember about you is your name. Your glassy white skin, your fiery red eyes, and just no coloured hair. Nothing else.
I had thought that my mind, my body, my spirit, and my heart had all been eradicated. But every time I heard that voice, I thought, I must return. Well, thought is perhaps inaccurate. It was not so much a conscious idea as an instinctive force. The voice slowly buried the overwhelming pain that I had suffered both in life and death. I began to search for the source of that quiet, constant whispering echoing in the emptiness. Chasing after that tiny fleck of light, the one thing in the world that seemed to desire my presence.
Michael, I'm no longer the girl I once was. I've built a thick cocoon around myself. A cocoon I can't break free of. My own protective shell is devouring me. I'm waiting for you, Michael. Waiting for you inside my shell. Always waiting. Will you be able to recognize the person I've become? Please, Michael, get me out of here.
At long, long last, I found the ray of light I sought, and I had an absolute certainty that if I followed it, I would reach the source of that voice. I had to find them. I had to set them free. I desperately had to give back to them what they had given me. And that sense of purpose is what set me back into motion. But the void was so expansive, so endlessly deep, that reaching the end of the trail of light was no easy task. Struggling to follow it to its source wore my barely held together soul thin until it crumbled apart once more. Again and again I lost myself. I can't account for much of my time chasing after that light. The gaps in my memory are large and frequent. Nevertheless, after countless cycles of breaking down and reassembling myself, after hundreds of years of wandering, I finally found my way back to that mansion. I know that we do have a choice eventually coming up,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna go ahead and just
Save.
stop it.
Sorry.
When the two of us had our long-awaited reunion, neither of us were our old selves any longer. In my endeavor to return, I had worn my soul down to almost nothing. I was but a vague shadow, completely devoid of memories. And that was the beginning. We met each other anew, lost and broken, devoid of life. The darkness here reminds me of my time in the void, of the despair that filled my shattered soul as it sunk into the endless abyss, of the emptiness as I felt my body crumbled and faded into nothing.
Michael, the poor soul who was named for an angel and born with a curse, made to bear an unfairly cruel fate. I am the only one who sympathizes with you, the only one who understands your pain, the only one willing to help you. I'm sure you're not feeling particularly fond of me right now, not after I made you relive the past you so wanted to forget. Every moment of that despair, not after I revealed your every last secret to the woman you love. But you must face the truth, my dear. You put your life, your very soul, on the line for this woman, and even she would not accept you. But as I have said before, that's the normal response. She's no worse than anyone else for it. You simply aren't something people can accept. You believe that even if your family wouldn't, that even if your dear brothers wouldn't, Giselle would be able to accept you for you. That she alone was different. That she alone was special. That she alone wanted you in her life. That she alone would extend her hand for you. You never doubted that, did you? But Michael, hope exists to be crushed. And the stronger you cling to that hope, the more you have to lose. You can hear that, can't you? Her mocking you, scorning you, rejecting everything that defines you. The revulsion in her voice. This is the woman you fought so hard to get back. Listen to it, my dear. Focus on her voice. Disgusting. Disgusting, 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 disgusting.
I'm not going to keep going. I can't.
He can.
I can't.
He feels too guilty.
Mhm.
Stop, please. I don't want to hear it anymore. Make it stop.
Can you blame her though? For hundreds of years she waited, trusting you, and you came back to her a woman, more than once. If you think about it, you betrayed her first.
No, stop. Don't. I didn't.
Tell me, what was it like? How did it feel to be born and live as a woman? You spent your life insisting you weren't a woman, and yet your soul chose a female body to return in. All those gaps in your memory were from your lives as the white-haired girl. First there was the kind, mild-mannered, flaxen-haired boy. You, a woman, and he, a man, were joined in love. And then there was the deranged man-beast. By exposing your female body to him, you were able to temporarily contain his madness. And finally, there was the man obsessed with money and power. You were his wife, ever faithful, waiting patiently for him to remember his love. You put your faith in the wrong person's love. How can you expect her not to be disgusted? She was forced to watch again and again as the man she loved was reborn as a woman and had relations with other men. Would you like to know what you're doing right this moment, Michael? You're crying. Crying as you have done so many times before. Those tears, they wash away your dignity. Would you also like to know how you look right now, Michael? You've reverted to your final moments, both in body and in heart. Take a look at yourself, my dear. Your body, incomplete, only partially male. The wounds still fresh and raw, pierced by your brother whom you trusted completely, and the knights whose ranks you dreamed of joining. Even now your blood still flows from those wounds. They will never heal, not so long as you remain yourself. It's not pleasant, is it? It hurts quite a bit, doesn't it? I did not inflict those wounds on you though. They are your own and no one else can erase them. You've lost everything, Michael. Tell me, what do you have left? You are robbed of your pride, your dignity, your life, your identity, your very existence. And the love you thought you still had? Well, she's gone and left you behind too. And still you refuse to curse anyone. Why do you not take what you deserve from those who stole everything from you? You have every right to vengeance, and I'm offering you the means to have it. Curse them, my dear.
I cannot curse anyone.
You disappoint me, Michael. But if that's what you want, if you want to join me in my hatred, then so be it. I will accept we are not as similar as I once thought, and as much as it pains me to do so, I will release you. I will even wish for your reconstruction into the body you desire. You shall descend into the mortal realm as a human man, never to set foot in this cursed mansion again. Imagine it. After waiting for so long, you will finally be able to obtain the body you so desperately seek, to have a wife and create a happy family of your own. Wouldn't that be just lovely? I'll make that wish for you, my dear. You can have that life. All you have to do is walk out the door. It's that easy. Just let go.
I would probably save here because I think this is what.
Yeah.
Let it all go, Michael.
I.
Think you've made the right decision, Michael. Your tragic tale has finally come to an end. You're free from the grip of this cursed mansion, free to begin your life anew. I wish you a wonderful life, richly fulfilling and abounding in light. For you, my dear friend, I will not cast a curse, but give you my utmost blessing. Farewell, Michael, until our souls cross paths once more in the boundless sphere of fate.
So I'm gonna ask the chat the hard questions, and then I'm gonna ask Spirit the hard questions. But I will ask the chat first.
Okay.
If you were in Michael's position, would you let go and get everything that you want except for the person that you love? Or would you pursue forward in hopes that you'll end up with the person that you love, but with no guarantees that either of you are going to come out of it together?
That is a hard question.
It's a really hard question. So, if you were in Michael's position
Mhm.
and you could be born in an AMAB body,
Yeah.
or you could keep pressing forward with no guarantee of what could happen with the hopes that we would reunite, what would you pick? There is no wrong answer. I'm just genuinely curious what you would pick.
I think I would keep going.
I would like to hope that I would keep going, that I wouldn't have just completely shattered by that point.
Yeah.
I don't think that there's a way that you could truly know what you would do not being in that circumstance.
Yeah.
But I like to think that I would pick the option to keep going.
Yeah.
I had to pick let go because we want all the bad ends.
Yeah. Some would also keep going.
Yeah, as hard as it would be, and even though you wouldn't have a guarantee, this way he's guaranteed to never run into her again and never have her love again.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can progress the text.
Yeah. It is a difficult choice. And I think it would just depend on
How much you loved the person and how much you thought they loved you.
and how much you could survive going through all of the stuff that Morgana's been putting them through. Like, that is crushing to go through.
Yeah. Like, my life has not been nearly as bad as Michael's has been. There's a lot of it that I relate to, and this game is absolutely soul-crushing to play. It's so good. I wanted to share the story with everyone because I really like it. But holy fuck. As somebody who's only gone through stuff that barely resembles what's depicted here, I can tell you it's crushing. And what I've gone through is only a monochrome of what he's going through. It's a small percentage. So, I have no idea who this is supposed to be. So,
Male or female?
surprise me.
Michael? Is something the matter, Michael?
Huh?
I've been trying to get your attention for some time, but you were just staring off into the distance.
Oh, sorry. I'm fine. What were you saying again?
Are you sure you're okay? I was saying we need to settle on a destination for our trip next month.
Sorry, I was being tapped.
Oh.
Nagito he tapped me a couple times on the ankle, and when I didn't respond, he wrapped his paws around my ankle and pulled violently on my foot.
He demands attention.
He was like, hello, I'm here. Anywhere you'd like is fine with me.
That's always how it goes with you, isn't it? You are allowed to have an opinion of your own, you know. We'll end up going to Prague again if you let me pick.
There's nothing wrong with Prague. We can go see Mitch's stained glass window at the St. Vitus Cathedral and visit the Petron Gardens again. Maybe this time we won't be late for the Walk of the Apostles at the Clock Tower.
Alright, then we should start looking at hotels.
It was a day just like any other. A layer of clouds drifted across the sky. We sat across from one another at a cafe's outdoor table. Nothing particularly noteworthy ever happened. Our lives were quiet, unspectacular, but fulfilling. And yet at the same time, I felt a sense of emptiness, like there was something irreplaceable missing. I can't seem to remember what it was, but I feel like something terrible happened to me. She was sitting there across from me, so I wanted to say something nice for her. Something to make her smile. But for whatever reason, I couldn't get my mind off the cloudy sky. The last thing I wanted to do was make her worry, because of her smile, so soft and subtle, meant the world to me. Her smile was always restrained, meek, yet somewhere deep down in the depths of my memory slept images of a wide, beaming grin. I didn't know anyone who had that smile, though.
Michael?
I lifted my head at the sound of her voice, and a gentle breeze like baby's breath brushed across my cheek. Rather, my lips. What? An emotion I couldn't quite find a name for, couldn't put words to, suddenly sprung up within me.
Michael? Why are you crying?
Crying. I am?
Are you sure everything's okay?
Yes, I'm fine. I think I just got something in my eye.
Oh, alright. You had me startled there for a moment. I'd never seen you cry before.
Giselle,
What is it, Michael?
never mind. The clouds are starting to thin out, so we should head home. I'm sure the cat's hungry too. So, there was a question I was asked a couple months back about the identity of the white-haired girl. Obviously these other endings aren't the canon ending, but they are possible endings. So if you had questions about who she was or who she wasn't, keep in mind that there is a possible ending where the two of them are a married couple. So
Confusion.
that implies what it may.
Inspect.
Inspect.
Don't listen to her. Don't trust anything she says. Don't trust anything she shows you, Michael. You told me you believed in my love. That if it could survive for hundreds of years, it must be real. So don't start doubting it now. Open your eyes, Michael, and look at me. Listen to me, please. Listen to the sound of my voice. Michael, will you listen to what I really think? How I actually feel? I would never, ever push you away. Do you remember what I said, Michael, when you broke through the cocoon I had built around myself? I said I would never come to hate you. I still stand by that. My feelings haven't changed in the slightest. It doesn't matter what kind of past you had, or what kind of secrets you kept. I still love you. You accepted me, Michael. I spent hundreds of years trapped in this place, watching as tragedy after tragedy befell its residents.
I want to cry again, it's so saccharine.
Oh.
It's sweet.
He's sweet. Slowly losing grip on myself until I had been twisted so far I could tell them like stories with a cold smile on my face. And despite what I had become, you still took my hand. You still said you loved me. No matter what horrors you've experienced, I will always and forever take your hand. Michael.
Giselle,
Please have faith in me, Michael. Don't believe what some illusion says. Believe me. Believe the real me.
you have it backwards, Giselle. The truth is, I never once doubted you.
What?
I never doubted your love.
Michael.
I despised myself. I hated that I was so weak that I couldn't even bear being rejected by a phantasm made to look like you. I didn't want you to see me like that. I didn't want you to know that I was so weak. To see my past. To see me now, a pitiful, unsightly mess. I couldn't stand the thought of you seeing any of that. If only in your memories, if only for you. I wanted to be gallant, to be a man. I wanted to be a man who never cried, who never showed weakness, and who died trying to protect you. I didn't want you to know I was so weak, that I was such a sad, frail person, and not even a real man.
Michael.
I didn't want you to see that. Morgana was telling the truth. I opened the door to our past in order to bring you back. But that wasn't the whole story. I kept details about myself out. Things that would have made me look bad. There's no one as shameful and as reprehensible as me.
No, Michael. There's no one in this world as admirable as you. You remain true to yourself to the end, no matter how bad things got. Day after day you fought, all alone, despite being put through hell. Yet you chose not to curse those responsible. Only once did you ever consider cursing someone. Your father. I remember that day very well. I was too stupid to realise it at the time, but you did that for me. The one time you ever wanted to curse someone was for me. Give yourself a little more credit. You did perhaps come off a bit inscrutable, but deep down you're truer to yourself than anyone. Your motivation's simple and pure, your heart full of kindness. Know that you're a wonderful, admirable man, Michael. Be proud of who you are.
But that doesn't change how much suffering I've put you through, Giselle. I was the white-haired girl. The girl in the portrait was me. It was all me. I came back more than once, showing up as a woman and then disappearing again, hurting you completely unaware, pushing you away, leaving nothing but tragedy in my wake. I'll never forgive myself for what I did to you.
Have faith in yourself, Michael. Follow your heart. I know it was a secret you didn't want revealed, but for me, I couldn't be happier to know the truth.
She's so fucking sweet. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Because it shows just how incredibly much you love me. And not only in life. The hundreds of years I spent trapped in this mansion, you spent searching for me. In that vast, empty, hopeless void, you heard my voice. Your love guided you to me. When you had lost everything, your love for me still lived on. Even as it tore you apart, you kept fighting to make it back to me. A few blanks in your memory don't account for how someone so fiercely determined could suddenly become a completely different person.
But Giselle, how am I supposed to believe that? How am I supposed to believe that wasn't me, when everything around us is exactly the same?
You're not the white-haired girl, Michael. Have faith in your own heart and the things you stand for. Have faith in your true self, in the person you are, the shape of your soul. You were never the white-haired girl and you never will be. Remember when you first arrived at the mansion, Michael? I took your hand and together we watched dozens of different lives play out. Were your memories anywhere among them? It wasn't behind those doors you found yourself, but in the remnants of the months we shared here. Was the white-haired girl anywhere in your memories? You are Michael, no one else.
But that doesn't change my body.
I know you, Michael. I know who you are deep down. I love you from the bottom of my heart, and I want you to understand that. Though we only shared our love for a month in life, it was enough for me to wait hundreds of years for your return. And you fought with everything you had to make it back to me, to get me out of here. You are the greatest man I have ever known.
Giselle, how is it? You always manage to see straight through me, Giselle. To give me exactly what I want. That smile, that single ray of light in the endless darkness. To say exactly what I've so desperately yearned to hear. The words I've sought for countless years. Giselle! I reached out for her, but she's begun to fade, her outline hazy and blending into the surroundings. And all I managed to grab is empty air. I want more than anything to feel her warmth right now, the sensation of her skin against mine, but there's nothing there. Please, Giselle, don't leave my side again.
Don't worry, I'm right here with you. I'm not going anywhere.
Giselle,
Put your hands on my shoulders. Wrap your arms around me.
I can't. I want to so much, but I can't feel you there at all.
You can, Michael. I promise. Close your eyes.
You know, I feel like that's such a good depiction of what a panic attack is. Because she's there.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
No.
You can have all the hugs you want after this. We can have a nice long cuddle. We'll have a cuddle, we'll eat some dinner, we'll have some ice cream. We'll give you pets. We'll make your tail wag super fast.
Now reach forward slowly.
You'll go borf, borf, borf.
Borf, borf, borf. You can feel me there, can't you?
If it makes you feel any better, though.
God. That's my finger, and that's my hair. Those are my eyes, and here are my lips. Fills my heart when I keep all the feelings you gave back to me.
Bro.
And my love for you. Jesus Christ, Giselle.
Bro. Bro. Sorry. We both hit the button at the same time, so we skipped the line.
It was just a ... It's fine.
Oh, okay, good. I didn't even see it.
In body and in spirit, I am all yours.
Oh, look, you get name dropped again.
Oh, name dropped again. Can you sense me here beside you?
I think I can.
Now, hold on and don't let go.
I think I've earned some of my good behavior cheese.
You have earned some of your good behavior cheese. You know, it's kind of funny. We're like two awkward kids around each other, bound together by a love so amazingly powerful. Yet we've only ever held hands a few times. And embracing is like some incredible achievement for us. And we're supposed to be full-grown adults. Kiss me, Michael. We never got the chance when we were still alive.
Giselle.
Or are you going to tell me to wait again?
Not this time.
Shit, gay. is that the whole point? It's not gay. Unless you're talking about us, in which case it's very.
I think that's meant to be no you.
No, you. Oh,
I think you're being called gay.
I am gay. Holy fuck. Did you read this line?
Not this time. No, I have. I felt my way around the emptiness where she is. Her skin white but not pallid. Her slightly flushed cheeks dimpled by her smile. Her lips, which at times called me master and at times called me Michael. Her entire being. This woman who accepted me as a man. Who even in death continued to bring me back from my darkest places. She is my everything. I felt a faint breath against my neck, somewhere between a sigh and a giggle. I feel her warmth, which I thought I would never know again, the soft touch of her skin. I envision her face before me, where I'm sure she is with her eyes closed, and I press my lips against hers. Straight!
Straight.
Straight! It's a quick, clumsy affair, just a little peck. Not the kind of kiss two grown adults might be expected to share. But nonetheless, very few of our kisses are like grown adult kisses.
Yeah.
It's, you know what our kisses are, like most of our kisses. It's like somebody kissing their fucking dog on the face. I just go.
Yeah.
It sounds like I'm calling a cat or I'm kissing a dog on like the ear.
Scotland?
What?
Scotland?
Where did we get Scotland? I mean, I'm just as happy for Scotland as anybody, but where the fuck?
Where did Scotland come from?
Is Scotland just your parsnip full of bees? That's what we had to say on the break to get me to stop crying, is we just sat there whispering parsnip full of bees.
Full of bees.
And eventually I stopped crying, so is Scotland that for you?
Oh.
Oh. Isk. Isk. I mean, Scotland has been said.
Scotland has been said. Might as well. Freedom!
Freedom! You know, while we're being free to do things, turn over here, turn over here.
Scotland.
A gentle warmth spreads through my body from the place where our lips touch. It's a sensation so pleasant, so nice. I can hardly believe it's real. Our surroundings dissolve, and the world takes a new face. A place of tranquil light created by Giselle, into which the mansion's darkness slowly seeps. The difference is, now I'm not afraid to step back into it. All it took was a simple, irreplaceable moment to change my everything. Oh, what am I wearing?
Shall we
What am I wearing? Well, you about to find out. You about to find out. Oh my god, hold on. Fucking Spotify's broken.
It broke.
Oh my god, it won't pause. This is not what I'm wearing. There we go. No! Spotify, why? There we go. I'm never wearing underwear, folks. Just free pussy in it. I can't escape ABBA, you're definitely right. What's funny is I literally just put a random song from Suck My Venus on, and it was like, ABBA?
ABBA time! ABBA's everywhere.
Oh my god. I'm trying to like pause it and it keeps like, no, delay. Delay. Delay.
Delay.
Alright, there we go. Though I can't see her there, I can feel her presence right beside me. Her heart. And she too can feel mine. I won't falter anymore. I'm through hesitating, wavering in fear of my own weakness. I will look into the future. I will believe in myself. Because she believes in me.
Okay, hold on. I need to break my spine.
You have to break your spine. Okay, hold.
I hold.
He hold.
I hold. Let's see if I can get it to do it.
There you go.
Hopefully you could hear that. Oh.
It looked like they could hear the other ones, but not that one.
Okay. Yep.
There we go. I'm done carrying the chains I created for myself. I have work to do. No more looking away from my responsibility. As the light dims and darkness begins to take over, I hear a voice in my ear.
Michael, can I ask you to lend your hand to someone? You set me free and now I'd like you to do the same for her. This is something I don't think anyone else can do. Only you can rid the mansion of its darkness. I'm here with you too. So let's open the final door together. The true final door. We can put an end to all this tragedy. I know we can. Now off we go, Michael. And do not let go of my hand.
Giselle. Reality fades back into view. I'm looking at neither the endless eroding darkness nor the visions of my past, but the sea of blood spreading in all directions. I'm standing at the top of the observation tower outside the door. I've returned. Back in Morgana's world, her bitter, hate-filled, curse-fueled world.
To tell you the truth, I didn't see this coming. This is my mansion, my domain. She was supposed to be locked up, but it would seem my will is not as absolute as I had thought. What would you call that? The power of love. Is that what allowed this to happen? How trite. Where's the magic? The miracle?
I can think of one other reason she was able to escape. And it's the only way we'll be able to find the power we need to cast off the darkness of this house. But first, before we do anything else, we must open this door.
Whatever nonsense that woman filled your head with, it certainly seems to have put some fight into those eyes. Well, good for you, my dear. A little confidence boost doesn't erase the fact that you were on the ground, crawling through the filth like a worm, tears streaming down your face as you tried to ignore what lay before you. A little self-esteem isn't going to make you any less helpless when you step through that door.
But it won't stop me from trying. I'm done acting like you're some inevitability, some force of nature. It's time for me to take a stand, Morgana.
Oh, bless you.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. The sound of the door had a distinct chill to it as I placed my hand against the wood surface. Thank you.
You've been blessed.
My arms, once bloody and lacerated, are now whole again. I can feel my entire body, everything back in its rightful place. I take in a breath, lift my head, focus my gaze on the door, and push it open. Resting on the back of my hand, I can feel another palm soft and warm. Through the single window high atop the wall shines a ray of light. A black butterfly flutters within the beam, its form indistinct, wavering like a mirage as it slowly descends into the tower floor. And then from within the darkness, a person appears. Is that you, Morgana?
How does it feel to finally meet the real thing, my dear?
I knew you were young, but you really are still a child. Having heard her tale, I know she died as still a girl. And I know how she came to bear so much hatred for the world. But knowing and seeing are two very different things. The sight of her bony adolescent body is a painful reminder that she never had a chance to know happiness, to know adulthood before being robbed of her life.
I had assumed monster would be your first reaction. With a face and a body like this. You're very sweet of you, Michael. So tell me, what exactly do you mean to do now that you're here? Your ultimate goal was, as I understood it, to take Giselle back. But she's no longer here for me to return to you. She broke out of my cage, and exhausted what remained of her soul to show herself to you. I cannot perceive even a trace of her presence any longer, so I presume her soul shattered, dissipated into nothing.
No, she's right here beside me.
Is that so? You seem to believe as much anyway, which only makes your presence here a bigger mystery. Oh, I know. You want revenge. I made you miserable while you were alive, and I continue to torment you in death. You entrusted me with Giselle's life, and I used her for my own ends. You must despise me. Hatred fills you. You want to curse me, to kill me. My death could well mean the end of all this. Shall I grant you that wish?
She flicks a finger. And the next second, a longsword clatters to the floor at my feet.
Take the blade in your hands, and like the knight of old who executed the witch, pierce my heart with it. Do now what should have happened then. You always wanted to be a knight, didn't you? Go on. Pack it up. Show me your revulsion, my dear.
Morgana. I do have a reason for being here. I came to save you.
Did you hit your head on the way up? You came to save who?
I spent so long trying to look away when I should have been trying to look deeper. To tell you the truth, your constant chattering in the darkness evoked more than annoyance in me. I empathized with your loneliness. I bear no hatred for you. It was my despair that brought you back to life, so that makes it my responsibility to end this.
My own wish has given me all the redemption I need, my dear. Or should I be expecting another self-righteous lecture about how hatred does you no good? Brilliant, Michael, brilliant. You have any idea how absurdly presumptuous you're being? Trying to force your idea of redemption onto someone who has no interest in it.
If the tale you showed me was the whole truth, then I would have said you could revile those heartless men as much as you pleased. But I refuse to believe that's the whole story. The man I saw behind the first 3 doors who had genuine concerns and worries, they felt things, real human emotions, even if those things ultimately led them down a path of destruction. Wanting to do something nice for the one you care about, being disgusted at things you've done, hiding your urges from those around you. You certainly call them good men, but they were real people with real conflicts.
So you're saying I'm lying? Well, I can't say I blame you. Who would believe the word of a witch?
I don't think you falsified your account, Morgana. The tragedy, no, the grisly reality you described, I don't doubt any of that happened. You wouldn't be here otherwise. But I've learned something in my years. Reality exists from more than one perspective.
That doesn't change what happened. That two-faced young man deceived me. The beast severed my arm. And the greedy, power-hungry lord used me for his own personal gain. Events by themselves do not tell the whole...
Oh, sorry.
Events by themselves do not tell the whole story. Only when you've taken into account their circumstances, what they thought, they felt, their perspectives, only then can you say you've reached the truth.
Your point being, are you going to march down to where their souls are and ask them for their perspective? Don't waste your
Wow,
breath.
I love you guys.
They'll only tell you what benefits them the most.
Oh, thank you for following. But it appears that, Stream Elements thinks you have made a grave mistake.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. But we appreciate the follow, thank you.
We much appreciate. Oh, look at that. Just 20 follows away from freeing the booba.
Oh.
Well, we really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Then we do it our way. We open the door to your past.
And if I refuse, this is my domain, my world. It operates in accordance to my will, and the door won't open unless I allow it to.
Were you aware, Morgana, that I recovered my first memory in front of a mirror?
One day the booba shall be free.
One day.
One day, one step closer.
One step closer to freeing the booba.
You what?
The same mirror Giselle used to practice her smile. And all those hundreds of years, bits of her memory came to reside within it. Every time she stood before that mirror, she had me in her heart. And next, I saw one of my own memories play out in my bedchamber. It was the first day after we opened the windows when she'd let the morning sun into my room. That day was a turning point in my life.
And why are you telling me this?
Because it means the world doesn't belong only to you. It's also hers, and mine. And that is why she was able to break free. Your wish is without question the most powerful of anyone else's here, and you have more authority over this place than anyone else. There's no denying your position as a master of this mansion. But Giselle and I, we too have influence over this domain. I was the one who resurrected you, and she served as your guide. So the door will appear, whether or not it is your will. Their souls reside here as well. They may spin convenient tales, but their memories are ingrained upon their souls. They can tell no lies. All the pieces are on the board. The door will open.
Say the door does open. What does that change? Nothing those men may have thought or felt can take back what they did to me. This rotting, broken creature they turned me into. I don't care what was going through their heads. They will never have my forgiveness. My hatred is unwavering. My wish will not be undone so easily. Their souls shall suffer for all eternity.
Before we begin, Morgana, let's get one last lingering question out of the way.
And what might that be?
Who the white-haired girl is?
That's your lingering question? We've already established.
That was you, Morgana.
So in a desperate plea to deny you came back as a woman, you're now trying to make me into her? That is perhaps the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. That was you, my dear. Don't avert your eyes. You must face reality.
I'm not averting my eyes, and I'm not in denial. I have faith. Faith that I only ever made it back to this mansion once, when I awoke in the rocking chair beside the fireplace.
Nevertheless, that hardly justifies accusing me of being that foolish girl. How could you possibly think I was her? Never have I not been present within these walls. Not even while she was alive and in the claws of tragedy. My hair is not white, nor are my eyes red. And look at this horrid, festering face. How could I ever become her?
How your soul appears is irrelevant to the case, Morgana. I will uncover the truth about you. Things that even you don't know. And if I can show you that you were in fact the white-haired girl, in that moment your reality will be rewritten.
If you're so confident, then be my guest. Find out for yourself just how little you're capable of.
Blackness fills the observation tower once more. Morgana fades into the distance, leaving me alone in the dark stream. It's a darkness I've seen, felt, and been consumed by numerous times since arriving at this mansion. But this time I welcome it. Praying that beyond it lies a truth with the power to release all from the house's grip. The next tale has no narrator. I won't sit back and listen as someone recounts the path of fate for me. No, I have to find the path for myself this time. I don't know what awaits me beyond the black, but no matter what it may be, as long as I have the power to provide redemption, I must never put down my sword. Now, let us open the door. The final door.
Dun, dun, dun.
That is us for today. That is it.
That is it.
That is all.
Cliffhanger.
How's everyone feel? Everyone got their crying out? Everybody done their sobs? Have you sobbed enough today?
I have sobbed enough.
That's all, folks. Yuck, yuck, yuck. No, that's not the end. There's a whole nother chapter still. And this chapter is so long that it's gonna be 1, 2, 3... roughly 6 streams long. Versus the 2 or 3 the other chapters have been.
Yeah. No.
So, roughly. It could be more, it could be less. It just depends on how we pace things out. But there's another chapter, and there might be more after that, but I can't tell you. But we've confirmed that there is another chapter.
Yeah, holy shit, Morgana.
Oh my god. Keep hiccuping. I'm hic burping. Hic burping. Alright, let's see.
Soda's not ready.
I don't think we have anyone to read today. So, we can just kind of... You're not ready? Well, if it makes you feel any better, the bit that I cried the hardest at the first time I played this is already past. It was when Didier killed Michael. That's the part that getted me the most.
Oh yes, do it. Do the thing.
Do the thing.
Do the
Do
thing.
the thing. Come on, do it.
Oh, request a game.
What we requesting?
Oh. Fear and hunger.
Alright, hold on, let me Google.
Google it. Oh, I like the art style.
It's got some really good reviews. Oh my god. I'm just trying to copy the title, please.
Please.
I'm checking something before I take your points off you. Oh my god, where is the fucking enter key? Because I've heard about this game before, but at the time I heard about it, I think it was banned. So I'm trying to check. We will do it if we can, but it might be Twitch banned.
Hold on.
It does have a mark for sexual content.
What's it called? Fear and hunger?
Yeah.
It's not on the list.
Okay. We will look into this and see if we can. If there's a lot of dick and booba, then it might be banned and just not be on the official banned list. But the category was on Twitch, but apparently earlier this year it was removed. And all videos tagged with it were taken down.
Yeah. Even then, these are all prohibited games that are without an adult-only rating. So I'm assuming if you mark the...
It's marked as adult only.
No, yeah, no, I read that as if you mark the stream as adults only, it should be fine. But it's not on here. But there is one on here called genital jousting. And I am very amused.
So we will look into it and we will add it to the thing if we can. We just have to look into this slightly more and see which of us is interpreting the rules correctly, if it's me or if it's him, to see if it's prohibited or not. Because I interpret that differently. I interpret that as being those are games that are banned that don't have an adult-only rating.
But there's a game on here called Battle Rape. Cuckold Simulator. Dramatical Murders on here.
I think those are just rated M, though. I don't think they're rated adult. Look up. I don't want to have you look up any of the dodgy ones, but look up Dramatical Murder. Because I think without the patch, that game is just M rated. You'll be able to tell if you go into Steam and you see this. So yeah, that's just an M-rated game. It's not adult only.
Really?
Yeah, it's because you have to buy the censor patch, which makes it adult only, but the game itself is M.
Okay.
There are a lot of...
Surely a game like Genital Joust.
You'd be surprised. So
Wow.
I will go through with a VPN and a fucking
There's one in here called
private...
Suck My Dick or Die.
I will go through with a VPN and a private browser and look through those and see if any of them are adult rated. But my theory is that because I know that Twitch had a strict policy where anything that was rated as adult only could not be streamed.
Okay.
So I want to make sure we don't get our channel banned. But I will be playing this, whether it is on the stream or not. I will be playing this. This looks really, really good. It is added to my wish list. It looks good. I will eventually play it. We'll just have to find out if I can play it without getting the channel taken down. So we'll have to see which of us is interpreting the rules correctly.
I think you could be right.
Um,
Games are restricted from broadcast based on two criteria: the official ESRB rating as adults only, or the game violates the community guidelines.
this is rated as adults only, so it looks like it's
Yeah.
well, as much as I hate to be right, I like being right, but I hate to be right in this instance. But I will still be playing this at some point. I've put it on my wish list. I will be getting it next time it goes on sale because this looks really fun. So, I'm gonna go ahead and just
An exclusive stream.
reject. I rejected your request, so you get your points back. Yeah, if I play it and I remember to let you know, I will let you know.
Mm-hmm.
It probably won't be for a little while. The game is currently full price. And it looks like it doesn't drop to be on sale very often according to Steam DB. But if I can either find it on sale or find it on a key site for like $5 or less, I'll give it a try. I just, we happen to watch the monies, so I'm only allowed to buy games if they cheap.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways.
Anyways.
I didn't mean to clip that. That's not the button I meant to hit. I just clipped that. Whatever I clipped. Spirit's gonna have to get rid of that later.
You're the reason there's so many random clips on this channel that don't make sense.
I just keep accidentally hitting the clip button when I mean to hit the raid button. But it's fine, there's nobody to raid anyway.
Oops.
Nobody to raid anyway.
Nobody is live.
Nobody is Livy.
Nobody is Livy.
But anyway, does anyone else have anything else before we go? Oh, I can't see any way of getting out of the thing I have to go to tomorrow, so it doesn't look like there will be a stream tomorrow. Just a heads up. It's an event where you, like, if you're not gonna go, you have to, like, pass your pass to go to somebody else. And there is not a list of people who want to go, and I can't find anyone. So the car is fixed and it runs. I officially have no excuse to skip out, so I will be there.
Yeah.
Unless somebody asks for my pass tomorrow.
Rip.
So, Friday, Saturday will be happening.
Yes.
Friday is more Danganronpa, and Saturday is something. Social games, it'll be something.
Yeah.
If things keep going the way that they have been going, it'll be Fall Guys, but...
Yeah.
I've been on a Fall Guys kick lately. So, who knows? We will find out.
We will find out.
Anyway, keep it creepy.
Keep it weird.
And most importantly,
Stay
stay queer. Bye.
Bye.